If you're thinking about protecting your home internet during power outages, you're absolutely in the right place. There's nothing more frustrating than losing your Wi-Fi connection right in the middle of a video call, during an intense online gaming session, or when your smart home devices and security cameras suddenly go dark. Whether you work from home, stream constantly, or just hate waiting 5 minutes for your router to reboot after every power flicker, a Mini UPS is genuinely one of the smartest investments you can make for your home network. The good news is that these compact battery backup units designed specifically for routers have become incredibly reliable and affordable. And today I'm breaking down the 7 best options available. I've done all the research and testing comparisons so you don't have to, and all the product links are waiting for you in the description below. Let's dive in. First up is the Ske Altair DC 20000 Plus, and honestly, this is the heavy hitter of the group. Packing a massive 20,000 mAh with 74 watt-hours of total energy, this unit delivers serious runtime that most competitors cannot match. For a standard router drawing around 10 watts, you're looking at roughly 6 to 7 hours of continuous backup. Running both a fiber ONT and router together at 20 watts gives you approximately 3.5 hours of uninterrupted connectivity. The multi-port design features USB plus DC outputs at 5, 9, and 12 volts with up to 3 amps on the 12-volt rail, handling high-performance routers without breaking a sweat. Picture this. You're working from home during a storm, the power cuts out, but your entire network keeps humming along while you finish that important project. The included Y-splitter cable lets you power 2 devices from a single port. It weighs about 1.5 pounds, so you'll want dedicated shelf space, but for frequent or extended outages, this is the one to beat. Now, if you want fantastic monitoring, the Yuki Power Mini UPS deserves serious attention. This unit packs 10,400 mAh with 38 watt-hours, translating to roughly 4 to 5 hours for a typical 6-watt router, or about 3.5 hours for 10-watt devices. What sets it apart is the LCD screen displaying your exact battery percentage and real-time voltage, completely eliminating the guessing game from those vague LED indicators on cheaper models. There's something genuinely reassuring about seeing 70% remaining instead of hoping blinking lights means something good. USB-C power delivery support makes it future-proof for modern mesh systems, and PoE ports at 15 and 24 volts let you power ceiling-mounted access points or security cameras directly. Compared to the Ske Altair, you're trading raw capacity for better monitoring, which is a worthwhile trade-off if runtime anxiety is your main concern. For maximum flexibility, the Hosond Mini DC UPS takes a unique approach by shipping without a battery, letting you pair it with your own cells to customize capacity. It features wide AC input from 85 to 265 volts, plugging directly into your wall with no external brick required. 6 output ports include USB 5 volts, DC 5, 9, and 12 volts at 2 amps, plus PoE at 15 and 24 volts for enterprise equipment. Runtime depends on what batteries you install, but with quality cells expect 3 to 5 hours for typical routers. The compact size makes it perfect for tucking behind entertainment centers. For DIY enthusiasts wanting control over their power solution, this modular approach is genuinely appealing. The TalentCell Mini UPS is where things get serious for power users and home lab enthusiasts. This beast packs 27,000 mAh with 97 watt-hours, the largest capacity in this roundup by a significant margin. For typical routers drawing 12 watts, expect roughly 8 hours of backup, which is genuinely impressive. One user actually reported running their fiber ONT for an incredible 44 hours on a single charge, though that's a particularly low-power device. Even with combined router and modem setups pulling 24 watts total, you still get 4 to 5 hours of solid runtime, enough to outlast virtually any typical residential outage. The high amperage output supports up to 4 amps across 4 separate 12-volt ports simultaneously, which is critical because it handles mesh routers like Netgear Orbi or Asus Zen Wi-Fi that spike during boot and would trip the protection on smaller units. The dedicated 9-volt port handles cable modems perfectly, and USB-A plus USB-C outputs add phone charging capability during emergencies when you need it most. It runs slightly warmer than competitors due to the dense cell packing, so give it breathing room rather than stuffing it in an enclosed cabinet. The Scazza Mini UPS positions itself as an excellent mid-range option with 15,000 mAh and 55 watt-hours. For a single 10-watt router, expect roughly 5 to 6 hours of backup, with manufacturer specs suggesting up to 9 hours at lower power draws. At typical combined loads around 18 watts, runtime lands around 2 hours, comfortably covering most residential interruptions. It features USB plus DC ports at 5, 9, and 12 volts, all rated at 2 amps. Wall mounting slots enable clean professional installations. While lacking the marathon runtime of larger units, for apartments where extended outages are rare, the Scazza hits that sweet spot between capacity and affordability perfectly. For reliability-focused buyers, the Reva KP3 Mini DC UPS impresses in ways that don't appear on typical spec sheets. With 10,000 mAh providing 36 watt-hours of capacity, runtime lands around 2 to 4 hours depending on power draw, with the manufacturer rating it at roughly 2 hours under maximum 18-watt load. What makes this unit genuinely special is the V0 flame-retardant plastic casing, meaning if something ever went wrong internally, the housing self-extinguishes rather than feeding a fire. That's the kind of safety certification that really matters when you're plugging something in behind a cabinet and forgetting about it for years. The honeycomb ventilation design with active air cooling keeps everything running significantly cooler than sealed competitors, directly extending battery lifespan and preventing the dreaded battery swelling issue. True 0-millisecond transfer time means your router won't even notice when power cuts, no dropped video calls, no interrupted gaming sessions, no reconnection delays. IT technicians and professional installers often specify this exact model for client deployments because of its consistent, reliable performance and those built-in wall mounting slots. For anyone prioritizing safety and long-term reliability over marathon runtime, this is absolutely the smart choice. Rounding out our list is the ORU Mini UPS with 12,000 mAh and 44 watt-hours of capacity. For standard 5-watt routers, expect approximately 7 hours of runtime, while typical 12-volt devices can expect 4 to 6 hours of backup. The standout feature is PoE support, with selectable 15 and 24-volt output, making it compatible with enterprise access points that many consumer units cannot power. You also get USB plus DC ports at 5, 9, and 12 volts. Surge protection adds extra defense when electricity returns. This refined chassis design means community support is extensive. For the vast majority who simply want Netflix to keep streaming during a storm, this delivers reliably at an accessible investment. So which one should you actually buy? For extended outages or if you live in areas with frequent power problems, the Ske Altair with 7 hours or TalentCell with up to 8 hours of runtime are your best options for pure staying power. For real-time monitoring and that peace of mind knowing exactly how much backup remains, Yuki Power's LCD display genuinely delivers. Safety-conscious homeowners should seriously consider the Reva KP3's flame-retardant construction and superior cooling system. DIY enthusiasts will appreciate Hosond's modular approach for complete customization. The Scazza perfectly balances capacity and affordability for apartment dwellers with less frequent outages, while the ORU offers solid PoE support for enterprise equipment at an accessible entry point. All links are waiting in the description below, so grab whichever fits your specific situation best. If this video helped you make a decision, consider subscribing for more honest tech recommendations, and I'll catch you in the next one.